everyone. Today I want to talk about some new features that we have in Acumatica. And maybe not new, but just updated features.
Sure.
So the WIP report and the new cost projections reporting.
Yep.
I think two things that have been really worked on and two things that are very critical to the construction industry. So
Yep.
I wanted to get your take on, first, let's talk about the WIP report.
Yeah, so Acumatica, just like everyone else, has a WIP report out of the box,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can run it, you can get your over-under by project, and you get your journal entry that you need at the end of the month.
Yep.
Everyone's done that little song and dance. Something that's really cool that they've added is now there's a way to run your WIP report and have it generate the backup for the WIP attached to, they call it a WIP entry or something like that. There's a record that's created. It has all your projects with their projected cost of completions, the calculated over under billing by project, attached to the record that then goes and creates the journal entry for you.
Okay.
So it's doing all the steps that we used to have to do manually, go book the entry. It's doing all that. It's linked. You have your backup to it, so you can always look backwards and say, okay, why did I post this?
Yeah.
And it's not like a file attachment or anything like that. It's the actual record in the system. So I think that's wild. That's really cool.
Yeah, so you can see the progression of the WIP.
Yes, month over month.
Yeah.
You can see your backup for it, and it posts the entry for you. You tell it what accounts you want to hit. It gives you all that flexibility, and it's all predicated on putting in a cost projection.
Yeah.
So Acumatica made the cost projections. They've been in the system forever, but they modified them slightly.
Yeah.
So some of the feedback that I've gotten from folks in the field, it depends on who you're talking to. If you're talking to the accountant, they want the most detailed cost projection.
Of course they do.
Exactly. Every budget line needs a projection on it because it needs to be detailed. If you're talking to a PM, they're like, I just want to give you a cost for the project and book it.
Yeah.
So there's like this disconnect. Previously, we had the most detailed version. Now there's an option to go in there and select what level you want to do your cost projection at. So you could make it the project. You can make it the project task in the project, which is like your sub job or your phase. You could go down to the cost code. You could do the account group or the cost type, and you can make your projections there so that your PMs, when they're doing these entries, can give you the more consolidated version, and you don't have to worry about then breaking it out.
Yeah.
So you could also go really granular still. That's an option. You can go all the way down to every budget line. But it allows you to do that on the fly and project by project. So instead of saying you have to do this across the board for every project, it's either detailed or it's high level.
Yeah.
It could be this PM.
Some of them are, yeah.
We have Bob the PM who's only going to give us the high level and on a napkin with a screenshot from his phone texted to somebody in the back office, right?
We have a lot of those
It
people.
happens.
We deal with Bob personalities a lot.
Yes. And I've even found that most folks, it seems, get their PMs into a room, go through their kind of portfolio of projects and do the cost projections with them. So this would be a way you could stay in the system. It used to be folks would export, get an Excel file, have them fill it out with them live, and then they would put it in the system however it needed to be so that they could get out their WIP.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be doing that in the system.
Yeah.
So,
So they could do it like they have a weekly call with all of operations. They just take a little bit of time during that call.
What's your number?
Enter everything in. Like, yeah, what's your number on these projects?
Exactly.
Throw it in there and
And
call it a day. Yeah.
Then it informs their WIP, and then they post their WIP with that new tool. So that flow to me is really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I think it's going to save a lot of time, and it feels like it will satisfy the accountants, but also the people in the field.
Yeah, I think it also allows for a lot of data in the system, like historical data.
Yes.
So you're
correct.
able to look forward, you're able to look backwards based on the numbers that are now posted in the system.
Correct.
Yeah.
You can actually generate a report, whereas before it was like you had to pull all the files that backed up your entries. Now you generate that report.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool. I think it's going to change
Yeah.
the game on how people use that side of the system for job cost.
Yeah, it's a big update, and the WIP reporting in Acumatica has already been pretty great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the update to it, just taking it to the next level, making the users' lives a lot easier.
Yes. Yeah.
Is what we're aiming to do every day. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we don't want to make it a complicated system for people.
Yeah.
It's making it easier and easier, and that development going into these specific features that are huge pain points for
Yep.
organizations is really great.
Yeah, and the system that gets data put into it is always going to be better than the system that doesn't.
Yeah.
So the easier we can make it for folks to put in their data,
Mm-hmm.
the better that system will be.
Yeah.
We always talk about AI, but the more data AI has, the better the data,
Mm-hmm.
the better your AI can be. So
Yeah.
it's a good foundation, and it's a good data entry tool. It's a good kind of user experience overall.
Yeah, because when the user experience is, I have to go to 6 different fields to
Yeah,
then
yeah.
put information
Yes.
in, and then
People don't like that.
Yeah, they don't like that,
and they
So-
don't do it. That's
yeah.
the problem. So then you have to have a head count that does that for them
Yeah.
because they won't do it. So yeah,
Now, it'll be easy to do it. Yeah,
it'll be there.
That's awesome. So that's in the latest version that can, or the earliest version that can get that is 2025 R2, correct?
Correct, yeah.
So if you were upgrading your system to 2025 R2, then you'll be able to have that, or any
Yeah.
any version after that will have that.
Correct. Yep. Very
Awesome.
exciting stuff.
Yeah, this is great. This is a big update.
Yep. Looking forward to using it.
Yeah.